going to dive back into one of these self-energy surrogate practices again. Ways to get into a place of compassion, which, by the way, I just want to say is not a binary situation like either or. Either like the heart is open or not. Sometimes it's like 1% heart opening is the best we can do, and 1% is a lot more than 0, you know? And so it's not either or. We sometimes place such big demands on ourselves, right? And we want the dramatic, right? Awakening, the dramatic transformation. There's a reason why transformation is such a overused marketing word, right? It speaks to that desire. And transformation is available. It also doesn't necessarily look how we dream it up in our romanticized version of what could be, oftentimes. But how do we get into compassion if none is available from within? Right? And one thing we know from the science is that your imagination is a very powerful tool. There's a million studies, they're ancient by now actually, where they have basketball players imagine they're shooting hoops, or piano players imagining they're practicing. And they make the same advances as the people who actually practice and actually shoot the hoops. Your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality, right? One way we could put this is what mindfulness is. Mindfulness meditation is you start to recognize, oh, it's actually a movie that I've been living in, right? My mind is putting up a movie, and, that helps us, that takes the edge off. That helps us stand back from the movie a little bit, take things less personally in life a little bit, because it's just a movie. You watch the movie of a thought stream appear before your mind, and then you realize, oh, I'm thinking, I'm supposed to be paying attention to the breath. Movie vanishes. Whoa. Those thoughts I took as so real are actually just fluff. Interesting that. And then if you go a little further with meditation, you start to realize, oh, there's a movie projector, and it's in my hands, and I can choose what movie's being played. And then if you get into parts work, you're like, whoa, this theater is real crowded, There's a lot of us in here, But so we can use, the movie projector of the mind in a skillful way, and that's what we're going to do right now. So please come to sit for practice. Just some nice deep breaths. Noticing what's alive in you right now. And remembering that you are not a head looking down at a body. You are the whole body looking out at the world. And then when you're ready, setting the breath in that natural rhythm. Like maybe start with a deep inhale and then let the exhales flow out. And just soften the belly, soften the face. Some of you haven't really glimpsed what's there for you yet. But if you're doing it, with some sincerity, there's a palpable downshift in the nervous system that is so valuable. The space between breaths is not unlike the space that surrounds us. There's a fundamental goodness to it. Let's contemplate something together. Aristotle had this word, entelechy. And entelechy points to the notion that a realized potential is already latent in things. And so imagine for a moment a tiny acorn. And how in that acorn is already the towering oak tree. a 100 feet or more in the sky. Imagine if you came upon an acorn and you didn't know that that's where oak trees came from. And I told you, that thing's going to be 100 feet tall one day. You'd ask me what I'd been smoking. But the truth is it's the destiny of that acorn to become the mighty oak. All it needs is the right conditions. Under the right conditions, the oak tree is guaranteed. It's like that for acorns, and it's like that for you. It's like that for your heart. What are the chances that you're here for much more than you ever deemed possible? I'm here to tell you that it's not only probable, it's very likely. And so please imagine several feet in front of you, right in front of your heart, about a few feet out, and about the size of the palm of your hand. Your Entelechy. You. Except this is the version of you that you would be if you had lifetimes to do your human homework, to do the healing work, to do the maturation work. And you've perfected love. You've perfected compassion. You've mastered wisdom. It's your own face you're looking at. And yet, it's a face perfectly situated in divine love. Your eyes are beaming. Your face is effulgent, radiant. And your body is emanating a rainbow hue, much like the rays of the sun, except not so bright that you can't look into it. And that face is looking at you. And that love is beaming at you, the you are now. And this is you. This is none other than you. And so you can let yourself soften 100% here. You can let yourself feel seen and feel vulnerable here in this loving presence. There's nothing to hide. She already knows. And she's beaming that love at you anyways. They know your discrepancies, your heartaches, they know all about the things in your life that you wonder if you're ever going to move past. And they know how the story turns out. They know that all of that somehow became the fodder for your transformation, your becoming, your self-actualization. So let yourself take in this perfect love. Rainbow glow. it in. Let it all the way in. In through your pores, into your fascia, into the muscles, into the bones, into your cells, in your feet, in your back, in your face, everywhere. And then something surprising happens. Your Entelechy, this future enlightened you, just an acorn that met with the right conditions, begins to float. Float upwards, and they come to sit right at the crown of your head. And they're looking out in the same direction that you're looking. And what happens next happens fast, so I'll tell you a little about it and then we'll do it. When I count to 3, the Entelechy is going to turn to liquid and sink down in through your spine into the chamber of your heart, where they take up residence. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Feel that presence in the center of your chest. It's mixing with the air you're breathing, which mixes with your blood and spreads out everywhere. You are the Entelechy now. And they are you because they've always been you. So, here's an opportunity to practice something we were just talking about, which is transitions. You hold the movie projector, so this is as real as you make it. But when I ring the bell and we close this meditation, you can open your eyes And let them be the same eyes that were looking upon you. You can choose to transition very consciously so that you don't interrupt the meditation just because the bell is rung. Pick your path. Om Namo